What would you do if you could go back in time, possibly alternating the entire history of the world and giving Kota Hirano no good villains for Hellsing? Would you keep things simple and just go back just a few years ago and tell the Tokyo Ghoul directors that deviating from their source material is a poor decision? Well, whatever you do, clearly you have a passion for your anime. So if you can't actually go back in time, you can at least watch some of the series that show off the consequences of time travel. And while there is so many options out there to choose from, it is easy to find yourself entangled quantumly or otherwise in a whole realm of titles. So in today's video, we're gonna tuck on a few options for you with a countdown list of top 10 time travel anime, where the main character is actually traveling back in time. So check your time watch and get ready, because we are going to loop through time. Starting with number 10. Occult Academy. In the year 2012, aliens invaded planet Earth. Faced with certain destruction, mankind sent time travelers back to the year 1999 in order to prevent the coming apocalypse by destroying an artifact known as the Nostradamus Key, which triggers the eventual alien invasion. It's up to Maya, the headmaster of the titular spooky high school, and the time traveler named Fumiyaki to hunt down the key and wind up fighting everything from demons to mouthmen along the way. Number 9. Sagrada Reset. Do not be fooled by the appearance of slice of life school anime. This is camouflage for an X-Men level backstory, chock full of philosophical dialogues. Ki, the main character, lives in Sakurada, has eidetic memory, like Haruhi Suzumi as Yuki, and his good friend Mizora has the power to reset time up to 3 days back. They both join the service club in order to help people, but just as the end of the first episode completely changes the slice of life premise on its head, you will soon realize that there are other powers moving the pieces of this small village. Number 8. Zipang. A plot of modern-day Japanese soldiers who suddenly find themselves transported back in time to World War II. With their knowledge of the world history and their advanced military strategy, they could feasibly win the war for Japan. But the Japan of World War II is much different than the one they left behind. And despite their intentions not to get involved or alter history, things go to hell in a handbasket faster than I can eat my body weight in takoyaki, which, in case you don't know, is uncomfortably quick. Number 7. The Ambition of Oda Nobuna. Time travel series and a lot of historical anime in general take place during the Nobunaga era of the history's feudal history. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. If there was, there wouldn't be so many Samurai Warriors games. Anyway, the way this series sets itself apart from the pack is the main character to replace the recently deceased Kinoshita Tokishiro in history. Oh, and all of the famous samurai are cute girls. Number 6. Nobunaga Concierto. Another day, another time travel series about going back to feudal Japan. However, instead of falling into a well or finding out all samurai were cute girls, Nobunaga Concierto is a little more historically accurate. In this series, poor history student Saburo is hurled back in time, where a frail and tired Nobunaga asks him to take his place. He isn't given much of an option, so you watch as this guy tries to blunder his way through the life of a man that he doesn't really know anything about and is famous for trying to unite all Japan. Often the show focuses less on how he get there and more on the time period itself, which seems closer to accurate than most series and is pretty refreshing. Number 5. ReLIFE. The story revolves around 27 years old Arata Kizaki, a NEET who has been unemployed for several years, only working part-time at a convenience store. One day, a mysterious man named Ryo offers him a job opportunity, but first, Kizaki needs to become a tester for ReLIFE, a scientific experiment to make him appear 10 years younger and send him back to high school as a student. The experiment is supposed to provide a chance to experience youth once again and in the process fix whatever is wrong with the subject's life. Number 4. The Girl Who Leaped Through Time. Makoto, an outgoing high school girl, falls on top of a walnut-shaped object and gains the ability to leap through time, a miracle that she promptly uses to make her life a little bit easier in a myriad different ways. She's feeling great when she realizes that she also has a number tattooed on her arm, which represents the total amount of time leaps that she's allowed to make. Although this plot is not epic in any way, shape, or form, it introduces a very intriguing concept, the idea of cumulative time leaps, which work a bit like using your third genie wish to ask for more wishes. Very beautiful to watch, and also very slice of lifey if you are off-put by historical time travel or elaborated time-space science fiction. Number 3. ReZero. If this time travel series has escaped your notice, then you have been out of the anime world for a spell. Unlike other series, ReZero doesn't seem like a time travel series at first. Subaru, the normie main character, is transported to another world, a fantasy world. This is more dimensional travel than time travel. However, you'll later learn that when he is killed, he can turn back time. So ReZero combines two very interesting themes in one neat package. Number 2. Erased. In this anime, manga artist Satoru Fujinoma can travel back in time moments before something horrible is about to happen to him, so he can try and prevent it. When his mother is suddenly and brutally murdered, Satoru finds himself transported back in time all the way back to 1988, when he was in elementary school. This time he has a chance to prevent a very different tragedy, the abduction and murder of one of his classmates. And when it's done, you'll find yourself wishing you could travel back in time before you'd seen it, so you can watch it all over again for the very first time. Reaching number 1. The Tatami Galaxy. The anime is framed within a Groundhog Day device of a single day resetting into itself. The protagonist Watashi keeps reliving the same first day of college and trying to get the perfect rose-colored college life, but even he doesn't know what that means. Although the structure of all episodes is very similar, the great things about these 11-episode series is the incredibly original style and the fantastic soundtrack. The conclusion is very cool too, as it highlights the optimistic lesson about every time travel narrative that the most important thing is not to make the perfect decision, but to make a decision and enjoy it to the max. And that is the end of our video. So tell us which of these anime is your favorite, and if you think we miss any other good anime shows, which is distinctly possible. If so, time travel on down before this video was made, and you know what? Just leave a comment below and also subscribe to our channel. See you later.